Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Butterfly here, and today I'm going to be showing you my really big TBR for the end of the year. I actually had my husband go through my bookshelves and pick out these books because I could not figure out what I wanted to read. I have been picking up books and then putting them back down, not finishing them, so I was like, let's have my partner pick out these books. Today I'm going to go through the 10 that he picked for the end of the year, and that is a huge amount of books for me. I don't think I'm gonna complete all 10 of these books, especially since for some reason he decided to pick one of the thickest books on my shelf. How disrespectful is that, okay? But I thought it would be a fun little challenge to read what somebody else picks for me, so let's go through all 10 books that I will be reading by the end of the year. Hopefully this is just a fun little challenge, not necessarily a goal. The first book is A Wilderness of Stars. I believe I got this last year. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. When all is lost, look to the stars. This is a fear that Mom spoke about on nights when she couldn't sleep, when she watched the ridge above the river for signs someone was coming. She was terrified that someday we'd be found. I never truly understood the panic she felt, the sharpness at the back of the neck when you know you're being hunted, but now I do. And I think this is really interesting. I believe this is young adult. Yeah, it's ages 14 and up, so I feel like it's going to be a lot easier to read, even though I would call this thick, but I think that's because I tend to read novellas, so an average book seems thick to me just because I have no idea, I have no awareness of time, length, space, like all of that. Like, I suck at gauging if something's gonna take a while to read or not. This has 391 pages, so almost 400, which is a lot for me. I think my average reading is like 200 to 251 that I actually complete. Now, I have read a few books this year that were longer, but most of them were not. I've just been struggling to read lately, and that's totally fine. For some reason, he picked this book, which is Sorcerer to the Crown. I don't know anything about this book. It was gifted to me from my dad, okay? That's all I know about this book. Also, it has like the deckled edges. I'm not a fan of edges like this. The tagline is English faces its darkest hour. Next is Burn. I actually got this based off of one of those like blind dates with a book. I got it, read the description, loved it, got this book in return. That was like years ago, so I don't even remember what this is about. On a cold Sunday evening in early 1975, the very day, in fact, that Dwight David Eisenhower took the oath of office for the second time as President of the United States of America, Sarah Dwight waited with her father in the parking lot of the Chevron gas station for the dragon he'd hired to help on the farm. This is Rule. My partner actually gave me this at Halloween last year, again with the deckled edges. This is actually dual perspective. I am not a fan of dual perspective. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the books that I read that are dual perspective, but I get so confused so fast. So Rule is a middle grade or young adult. I can't exactly remember, but there is 3 different perspectives. The first paragraph is the king is dying, his heir has just been murdered, and rebellion brews in the east, but the kingdom has one last option before it descends into literalist chaos, or rather 3 unexpected options, which are the 3 people that they bounce perspectives from. Then you have this. Everybody has probably already read Adam's File, but I never did. My bad. So maybe I'll get around to it finally, even though it's been years. We have Graceling. I continuously say I'm going to read Graceling. My friend actually recommended this for me, which is why I bought it. I love this edition of it. All I know is that everyone has like a special skill or Graceling, and this person's is killing. That's literally all I know about Graceling. But I think my friend recommended it, so it's probably going to be a 10 out of 10. You know, the only problem is there's 4 books in the series, and I kind of suck at reading series. This is what I'm talking about. Why would you Do you see this? Why would you give me this? I already suck at reading. Okay, this is on my most daunting books on my bookshelf list. I filmed a video, but I never edited it and posted it, so maybe I'll go back and edit and post it, even though it was filmed like last year. But there's 752 pages in this book. If you're gonna pick a daunting book, you should have picked like the science fiction one. I don't even know what genre this freaking is, okay? It was gifted to me from my dad. He decided that he's no longer gonna have physical books. They just take up too much room in the house. But I have no idea. But we do have a map, which means it's gonna be a great book, okay? I can't even pronounce any of these words. So, the Empire of Gold. I'll try. I'll really, really try, but I make no promises with this one. The Stars Now Unclaimed, I believe, was also on my daunting books list, so we'll see how this goes. It's not necessarily big. It's just every time I go to pick a book, I always skip over this book for some reason, but it is science fiction. Smugglers, spies, snarky spaceships, in a kick-ass race to save the universe. Think big guns, smugglers, epic space battles, and telekinesis girl with all the gifts. These last two, I feel he picked out of spite. These were gifted to me from my father. They are Star Wars books. I am a Star Trek boy through and through, okay? I had like 300 Star Trek books, and it's just something I collect, something I love, in love with the original series. I know everything about Star Wars from my dad, who is a Star Wars boy through and through, okay? But we have Brotherhood, and then we have episode 1, Phantom Menace. So I feel like these are going to be easy reads. I already know most of what I need to know, and if I don't, I can literally just call my dad. But I'll be real. So I feel like these are going to be easy reads, but they're not necessarily my cup of tea, mainly because I know enough to follow. Like if I was to watch a TV show or watch a movie, I know what's going on. But if you were to ask me in-depth questions, I would be like, ask again, just ask me one more time, maybe I'll get it this time. Like it's not bad. But I think that is a good list of books to get me through the year. Even though I have all these books, I got this bookshelf and this bookshelf over here that you cannot see. I got tons of books that I need to read through, and I'm trying to not buy new books, even though the Book of Bill, like, I've seen 3 editions of that book. Like, I didn't realize there were going to be 3. Which one do I need to buy? Because I'm not buying 3 of the same book. We'll see if I get through these. I think the ones that I'm most likely to read is going to be Rule, Graceling, and I would love to say The Wilderness of Stars, but let's be real. Probably going to be the science fiction, okay? I think this is going to be a fun little challenge, seeing as what my partner picked out for me to read versus what I actually read at the end of the year. So let me know what books you guys are reading as your end of year TBR. I am psyched to know. And if you want me to go more in depth on any of these books, I'm sure I can try, but since I haven't read them and I tend to go into books unknowing, I don't like see a need to give like in-depth discussions because I haven't read them yet. I don't know. And I suck at reading aloud. It gives me so much anxiety, which is why I only ever give first paragraph or first lines, so I apologize if that's not your cup of tea. But thank you for watching. Let me know what you're reading at the end of the year, and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Check out my channel if you want to see more of an eclectic collection of things in my life. I got reading, I got Comic-Cons, I got stuff in between, just things that make me happy, and I hope to see you along this journey. I will see you all next time. Peace out, rock on, live your own for good big royal wings, splash. It's just gotta make sure everyone knows your name. Love from my screen to yours, bottom little butterflies camera.